I'm back, man. Doing another little quick brief talk, man. So, we're gonna talk about toxic people, man. You know, DraftKings, best of the Knicks. Nah, we don't want to watch that. But we're gonna talk about some toxic people, man. You know, toxic people are dangerous, man. Very, very dangerous people, man. Because they can ruin your life, people around your life, and most of the time they're miserable and don't even realize it, man. You know, they create chaos. They like Pigpen, man, from Charlie Brown. They just carry that cloud of dust all over the place. Everywhere they go, it's the same, you know, drama, same toxicity, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stay away from people like that, man. A lot of times, majority of the time, they're your own family, your close friends. You know, sometimes they get like that over time. Sometimes they always been like that. You just might not have seen it or you overlook it. Because a lot of times what happens too when you're dealing with toxic people, right? You know, you tend to like pay them no mind or not, you know, feed into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's dangerous, man. And, you know, those are people that don't address their own issues, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have issues. We're all human beings, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you know, we all have issues that need to be addressed, man. But often, we don't address them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it leads to you know, start taking it out on other people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look for things. Like, toxicity can be in a relationship, too. Where you just, you know, you have a spouse or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever that always has something negative to say or always throwing shots. Like, there's so many different forms and ways that people can be toxic, man. It's crazy. You know, you just have to be very careful. And people like that, you got to keep them at arm's length, man. Or stay far away from them, man. Sometimes you can't really escape them because, like I said, a lot of times they be family, you know what I'm saying? Like, or somebody you really close with. But, like, at the end of the day, when they're people like that, keep them arm's length, man. You can't tell them nothing because oftentimes, too, those people are not trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be telling people your secrets and things like that because, you know, people are vindictive and people, they love to expose other people, man. You know, as a, you know, a brother, right? You should cover a person's faults, right? You shouldn't just be exposing somebody's faults, you know, unless he's exposing himself like that or herself like that. Like, they're out in the open and they're just, you know, doing whatever. And they're, you know, they just out there, man, for everybody to see. That's something totally different. But when you exposing people's, like, dark secrets or any type of secrets or things that people don't know about or that really shouldn't leave outside of the circle, that's bad, man. That's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, fam, like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it's dudes, that's like bitch shit. Be like, fam, I'm telling everything that you did. I'm gonna tell your wife that You out here cheating. Like, yo, you's a bitch for that, man. What you doing? Like, come on. I'm gonna bring up things from from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s that you like, fam. What does that have to do with anything, man? But like I said, toxic people look for any way to try to hurt other people because they're not addressing their own issues, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're allowing that because they're not addressing their issues, it's lashing out to others because they don't accept blame. They don't accept that they're wrong. Everything that they're doing is right, and everybody's against them. And it causes so much division. And not only, all you're going to do is isolate yourself. People will get around you, and you're going to start to develop, a reputation of being toxic, and people are not going to want to be around you. And people are going to, and people are going to talk about you, and, and people are going to, avoid you, man. Why do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, and, like, people, they can't help themselves, man. And it's like they say things, and everywhere they go, it's just drama. I can't hang with people like that, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm a grown man. I have kids. I have issues that I have to deal with on my own. I got bills to pay. I got, kids to raise. You know what I'm saying? I have to get up and go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? I have to, stay on top of my prayers. You know what I'm saying? I have to, control myself out here in the streets. I have to, always watch out for Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot going on with a lot of people. A lot of people have a lot going on. Nobody wants to deal with toxic people, man. But like I said, they ain't doing nothing but causing problems around everybody, man. And like I said, they got that cloud of dust that follows them everywhere. And it's like, yo, you the common denominator. It's always you going through the same issues everywhere you go. Maybe it's something that you're doing that's, that's not right. It's okay to look in the mirror and say, yo, look, I did some messed up things. I'm not a good person, man. Or not even saying not a good person, but hey, I've done some things, man, that, I need to check myself. What am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, fam, this is, being toxic it's a lot of negative energy, man. It's like, nobody wants to be around that, man. Nobody wants to be around toxic people, man. Like I said, they often have a lot of esteem issues, a lot of deep, dark issues with them. That they thrive off of drama. They thrive off of it, man. It's really sad, man. And like I said, a toxic person, they're not gonna get help. They're not gonna take the time to go and say, hey, I need help, because they don't see it because it's everybody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't self-reflect. And they self-reflect, it's all about what this person did and that person did. Never about how I reacted. What did I do to initiate it? Did I say something? And then a lot of times too, when after they done got into it with a person, then they, I shouldn't have said all that, I shouldn't have did. Fam, how many times you gonna keep doing that? And people keep accepting you and accepting you and accepting you and accepting your apologies, man, or being cool with you. Eventually that well is gonna dry out. You know, like, and it's like, fam, all you need to do is sit down, self-reflect, and figure out, wow, maybe it's me. You know, why put yourself in situations that's gonna cause problems? A lot of people do it to themselves all the time. You know, it boils down to mentality, man. Where's your mental state, man? Because I'm not gonna be around people that I don't fuck with or don't fuck with me. I'm not gonna keep putting myself in a losing situation. You know, for me, I had to learn the hard way. I'm losing in the streets. I'm not winning in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get rich and you know what I'm saying, live a good life and happily ever after. No, I was losing in the streets. Yeah, we all had our runs, but at the end of the day, I was losing. I wasn't winning the battle. I was taking it out at the end. I had to change the way I think because it was a dead-end street for me, man. I'm going through the same things over and over. Same thing with being toxic or being around certain people that you feel are toxic. Why would you continue to put yourself in the same predicaments? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, sometimes I chalk it up as some people, they want that shit. They want those problems. That's what keeps them alive. And it's not good, man. Because it hurts people, man. And it's like, hurt people hurt people. So that's how I look at it. They don't care. They just like, yo, you know what? I'm going through it. Everybody gonna go through it with me. I'm gonna drag everybody down. So everybody I'm around, you're gonna get this work. You're gonna say negative things about them. You're gonna downplay everything they do. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's against you. You know, you cause problems whenever you go out. And those mischief makers, they'll say, we're not causing mischief. It ain't me. It is you. Because like I said, if you go everywhere on earth and you having the same problems as you. If I move to California or Vermont or one of these places, right, and I go to jail for selling drugs, and I've been to jail 3 times for selling drugs in New York, it ain't New York, it's me. Who else is it? Who else is the one making the decision to sell the drugs? Gotta think about it, man. So, you know, you gotta self-reflect out here, man. And learn different ways to reinvent yourself. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to reach out and chop with people, man. Like everybody want to be the smartest person in the room. Nobody wants to listen, man. Like, sometimes it's cool to listen. Everybody can show some type of insight, man. Listen to certain people. So it's okay to pick up the phone and be like, yo, you know what? I'm going through some things, man. You got time to talk? And chop it with somebody, man. Get it off your chest, man. So you can move forward. Because it takes more energy to be toxic than it does to just chill. You chill, you relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's bothering you. You know, you see things better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you create a vision for yourself. When you toxic, you can't. Everything around you is clouded, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to ask for help, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to seek help and talk to people, man, and get what you got to get off your chest and move forward. But with that being said, I'm out, man. I'm gonna go take a nap and I'm gonna come back. We probably talk about a little bit of boxing, man. Many Face Publishing. I'll holler at you later, man. Peace.